The C&C, Chapter 1, An Invitation to Communication. The reason for this fun and funky title is just to develop curiosity and interest so that we can talk about these issues. And the objective, if the C&C is successful, it will cause you, a human being who got curious, to talk more freely and to be a more helpful friend to the human beings around you. That is the purpose of the C&C. The purpose is to help people do what my parents were not able to do and what their parents were not able to do. This is a changing of the human family from childhood. That's why these things are presented in a cheerful and childlike attitude. It's not weird, it's not spooky, it's realistic to converse about issues that can become difficulties. It's wise to converse about tricky issues. For example, in my life of working with automobiles, if I'm working on a Packard carburetor, there's some things that are tricky and there's some parts that are not easy to find. So you don't want to fool around with this thing or that thing. You want to be very cautious as you're taking the carburetor apart. And it requires special discussion, kindness, and caution. So number one is this C&C is an invitation to communication. Number two is a question. Why be embarrassed or ashamed of our fascinating pleasure and our fascinating structure, body structure? Why be embarrassed? Number three, chapter 3, put pleasure in context. Now, possibly back at the introduction, we could mention that in 1998, there's this discovery about the woman part, the woman erectile tissue part, and it's very pleasant. It's a neat discovery. It's a happy discovery. So chapter 4, the amazing woman form. All kinds of details about that. Number 5, the goodies inside of ugly Christianity. There's a whole presentation on the fact that Christianity is a problem and it looks ugly on the outside. And we're going to describe the goodies on the inside of ugly Christianity. Number 6 is a chapter called The Penis is a Bit Boring. And it's a comparison between the male erectile part and the female erectile part. Number 7, the clitoris is quite fascinating. And then number 8, the afterlife benefits are more delightful than the tender physical pleasures. The afterlife benefits are actually more delightful than the tender pleasures because they are going to last for ages, for incomprehensible ages beyond this pleasure life experience. 8 chapters.